Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Cam with Modern Retro Renaissance. Tonight I'm going to do a quick review of Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun. For those who are not familiar with the Warhammer universe, it takes place primarily in the year 40,000 and thereabouts. The meat and potatoes of the lore of the game and the universe, actually when I say game I mean tabletop game primarily. That's how it was founded, and that's probably what it is most well known for. Started out in the year 30,000 and goes to the year 40,000. So as you can see, you've got 10,000 years of lore to build on when you either play the tabletop game, which actually I do not, or read the over 600 books that they have written about the universe, which is where I come in. I was recently introduced to the Warhammer books by my brother, and a pox on him for that, because it has really taken up way too much of my time since. I am devouring it as quick as I can, which isn't quick enough. To give you an idea of the character that you play in Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun, or for simplicity's sake, Boltgun from this point forward in the review, you play as a Space Marine, or for those who have read the books or played the tabletop game, an Astartes. Astartes or Space Marines are, say, take Doomslayer, but multiplying by 1,000, and you're starting to understand what a Space Marine is. They are 8 feet tall, covered in power armor, have 3 lungs, 2 hearts. They are very hard to kill, and they live to MDK, murder, death, kill. They are the baddest dudes who exist in their universe, or to be frank, probably any universe, bar none. But you didn't come here to look at a static screen of a Space Marine. If you tuned into this review, you came to see the game in motion. As you can see, the graphics for Boltgun are definitely mid-90s PC first-person shooter. They harken back to Doom, Quake, Power Slave, Hex, and Heretic. I can go down the list. You know the games that I'm talking about. This game fits into the modern retro vibe so well. The main thing is, obviously, it looks like an old PC game, but it plays like a modern first-person shooter with the dual analog controls, all those types of things. The sound on the game is kind of a mixed bag. The sound of the weapons shooting is definitely very meaty, very fulfilling, but and it may only be the version that I'm playing on the Switch, seems to be kind of glitchy, which once again kind of harkens back to its mid-90s roots. It sounds a lot of the time like I'm playing it on my old Sound Blaster sound card from my computer. So a little bit of nostalgia there, actually. Once again, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But really, I guess what you want to know is, how does it play? And let me tell you, it plays very, very well. It is a visceral experience. There is oomph to everything that you do. In the gameplay that I captured, you'll see me using a weapon called a heavy bolt gun. The heavy bolt gun is very OP in this game. It tears things apart. If you're familiar with the Warhammer universe, then you know what a heavy bolt gun is. You know what a bolt gun is. And so you understand that it is a weapon not to be trifled with. Once again, this gameplay goes back to the mid-90s first-person shooters on your computer. It's a lot of searching for a key so that you can unlock the next door to go to the next area to chew things into hamburger meat. You reach parts in each stage where it becomes an arena shooter. where you have to purge the area of bad guys before you can move forward. And this is when you get with some difficulty spikes in the game, because some of these areas are very, very intense. You'll find yourself dying over and over, trying to pick up health quick while you're at the same time trying to find a good vantage point to take a shot at a Chaos Space Marine that is killing you over and over again. Like I said, this was not going to be a long review. You can see pretty quick by watching my gameplay capture what this game's about. If you're a Warhammer fan, it's a no-brainer. If you've never played anything Warhammer, read anything about Warhammer, first of all, I encourage you to definitely give it a try, because it is a universe that is deep. It's a universe that is really worth nerding out on, getting into. If you like 90s PC shooters, first-person shooters, once again, this is going to scratch an itch that you may have not even realized that you had. Hopefully seeing it in motion brings back nostalgic feelings for you the same as it does for me. Do not let the reviews on Metacritic and other websites like that fool you, even though the reviews are a little bit mixed. A lot of the reviews that I've read that have been lower are from people that it's obvious did not grow up in the same generation as I did, as my fans probably watching this video did. If you grew up playing Doom, then you're going to enjoy this game. It's going to definitely feel like putting on an old glove that you hadn't worn in a long time. If I was going to put a number score to it, I would probably give it about an 8.5 out of 10. And I'm usually fairly critical with my giving a number to a review. So an 8.5 out of 10 for me is a pretty good score. If you've already downloaded Boltgun and you've played it, I would love to hear in the comments what you think of it. How are you liking it? If you're a Warhammer fan and you just want to nerd out and comment about Warhammer in general, I would love to read your comments. I'd love to respond. Until next time, guys, as always, be modern, be retro, be modern retro. Have a good evening.